This is Something Somewhere with Lego Transformer, Julie. You. Yeah, you. You did it. You did this. I have made 3 female Lego Transformers, but I guess that wasn't enough. So, here's another. Julie is the second female Decepticon that I've made so far, which I haven't had one since my second video on the channel, Excelia. But they are 2 drastically different characters. For instance, their color scheme, one is pink and red, and this one is mostly white and green. And they also have vastly different personalities. While Excelia is more of a psychotic arsonist, this is more of a grounded tactician, a general. I actually somewhat based her character, her design, off of a military uniform with the big, kind of almost anime mech boots right there with the lots of different greens, the straps over the shoulders, which I really like how it looks like mesh, and just the very dynamic sense of it, and the wheels on the shoulders kind of looking like shoulder pads. And then coming to the back, she has this sort of jetpack, kinda, I don't know, make of it what you will. I really like the way that this thing turned out. And green is actually a color I've also only used once on Shotgun, so I'm very happy I was able to use it here, and oh man, does it look great. Very militaristic. Now, I could rant and rave about how much I love this robot mode all day, but I think it's time to move on to the transformation. Now, the transformation is actually one of the most structured transformations in terms of things don't really break off easily. Everything just kind of slides. So, for instance, you're going to take the shoulder section and twist it up like that. Do the same on the other side. And then just kind of bring these arms up, and then it's just a matter of straightening them out. Like so. Do the same on the other side, and then you'll just kind of leave those there to hang out. They'll come back later. Next, you're going to take the entire head and twist it around. Just kind of move it back here. And then you're going to take this section of the chest with the Decepticon symbol and kind of push it down. Like so. And then you're going to kind of split the legs apart and bring down the gun and just kind of collapse it like so, just so it's out of the way. And that will give you just enough clearance to rotate the entire assembly around like so. Make sure it's lined up. And once you have that done, you can then get on to the minor details. For instance, bringing the shoulders down like so. Once again, make sure they're lined up, And then you're going to take this section of the shoulders and swivel them round. Like so. And just kind of leave those there. We'll come back to them in a little bit. Then you're going to take this gun and bring it up, get it out of the way. And you're going to take these legs and just kind of bring them together. Make sure it's all straight and even. This is probably the least interesting part of the build because the legs just come together. They don't really transform in any specific way, which is kind of sad, but it's how the robot mode kind of had to be. And then, once you have that straightened out, you can then take this gun section here, and it should perfectly line up with these little cheese slopes here. Like so. And then you're going to take these arm pieces and just kind of bring them up against this curve. And then come around and do the same on the other side. And then you'll take the head and just kind of bring it back. And then you're going to tuck it behind the back, which will become the front-facing engine. Like that. And then, final step, you'll come to the bottom, take the Decepticon symbol, and then flip it forward. Make sure everything is lined up. Get everything situated how you would like. And there's Julie in her vehicle mode. Coming around to the front, the little engine piece here isn't accurate. It's not really meant to be technologically accurate. It's meant to just be like little mechanical greeblies, just to give a sense of what it is. And I'm actually really happy I was able to use one of these little engine pieces, because they're really cool, and I've been trying to use one for a really long time, but I've never been able to, and I'm so happy that I was actually able to do one with this. Now, for those who may not know, this is an anti-aircraft artillery set. Now, the reason why her name is Julie is kind of a secret, but if you know the reason why, you can comment it down below, and if you're right, I'll pin it. But moving on, I love this alt mode. It is so cool. I really like how accurate I was able to get it, and it's even pretty close to minifigure scale. For instance, here she is next to an actual minifigure, just grabbing a random one, for example. But what I think she scales with the best is actually these guys. The little army guys. The ones that would actually be using an artillery. For size comparison, here she is next to a pencil. Cup, who is another great build. Go watch that video. And a Dr. Pepper can. But that's really all I have to say, so this has been Something Somewhere with LEGO Transformer Julie, and I'll see you next time.
Warning, legalized nuclear bombs.